We are 1,000 feet from the marina and this river is really shallow. There's literally inches between the keel and the bottom of the river. And we just lost steering with the rudders locked hard to starboard. The worst part about this is a few weeks ago, I saw the oil-soaked pig mats under the dash. I noticed a couple of new lines and I figured the previous owner just left them there when he was done from a previous line rupture. So when the steering wheel went limp and we were heading for the edge of the channel, that little voice in the back of your head that says, "Hey idiot, I told you so," it was screaming at me. Once I saw the reservoir was empty, I knew exactly where the leak was, and when I looked, I felt like I was beating my head against a brick wall. Once we got the anchor down and we had time to breathe and think, I realized we had ATF on the boat. So we were able to fill the steering system up with ATF and go through the bleeding procedure, which saved our weekend out on the boat where we were headed out to Pools Island to do some fishing. So Pools Island is one of our favorite spots to fish, but it's really cool for so many other reasons too. Keep an eye out for an upcoming video on why. If I had just put a wrench on it when I first saw those pig mats, this wouldn't have happened. But in classic form I didn't, and because I didn't, the reservoir ended up sucking in air, which means a 2-second fix just turned into 2 hours of bleeding the steering. We put clean pig mat down to make it easy to spot future leaks. At this point I used an oil extractor to suck all the old ATF out of the reservoir so I didn't have to push it through the whole system. I'd love to show you the footage of that, but my camera decided to eat that file, so you'll just have to imagine me doing that while we skip straight to the refill. Pouring the fluid in is the easy part. Because I let the system run dry, the lines are full of air and the steering is still complete mush, which means that we have to bleed the whole system. This is very, very messy.
I see.
So we're starting right back where we began, under the dash using my highly technical, custom fabricated marine catch can, an old water bottle and a funnel. I'm cracking this line to bleed the air out and run it till the fluid comes out clean. Tell me that's not night and day.
Ew.
I'm wondering if I should crack these other 3 lines just to be safe.
You can.
Oh, this one's nasty.
Let me go see the pressure.
Okay, here's the 2 timing gears that I got.
We're almost at 20.
Alright, keep the pump and add some back.
Alright, now we're at like 35.
So we did in fact decide to not be lazy and bleed the other 3 lines as well.
You said they're catching them down by the Bay Bridge with Spot.
That looks like it's coming out clean.
I've never used L-Live. I've always used just Live Spot.
I've used both. One's as good as the other. There's some people that don't know the difference and they fish with Spot and call it LY and vice versa.
Well, I was always told that once the, like the fit, we use live Spot. Once it died, you toss it in because the rock wouldn't mess with it.
You can jig it. The helm pump, or do I just want to let that get diluted out and call it good?
Want me to get up there for a while?
At this point, I fully expected to be flushing old nasty ATF out of the entire length of the boat. We went down to the lazarette and cracked the lines at the ram, and the fluid was completely pristine. Same thing in the engine room. The bad fluid was completely isolated to the helm. For once, the Hatteras decided to cut us a break, and we only had to flush the helm, which turned a miserable all-day job into a 2-hour fix. All that was left was to fill the reservoir back up and repressurize it. As you'll notice, the fluid we're using is red and not the clear Hynautic fluid. We got another brand mil-spec aviation hydraulic fluid, H5606, which is the same thing as Hynautic fluid, but it's $34 a gallon instead of $58 per quart. Block right there that I'm shining on, the silver block with the two brass things out the front.
That?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is the relief valves. Those two bolts on the front, you loosen them all the way when you're bleeding, and that allows fluid to bypass. So you can run the system and it doesn't actually force anything into the ram. It just bypasses it all.
And squirts it on the floor?
No, it stays in the system, but wherever you crack the line, it pushes the fluid to it.
Okay.
So one is for the left, one is for the right. So you loosen both of those up when you're bleeding and you crack the line. That'll do everything but the ram. The ram's a different story. You got to lock them back down and lock the lines, and then you crack the line on the side with all the fluid and steer over there to compress that side. Then you lock that down and you do the same thing in reverse on the other side to clean that part of the ram out.
Oh.
That line coming out the top of that block,
The
that
copper
is
one?
one of the two pressure points from the reservoir up there. So the reservoir in the engine room?
That one goes up to the engine room.
Yes, that line that comes out the top goes to the reservoir. That's the pressurized line. So if for some reason you get a slow leak back here, that keeps this part of the system full.
Oh, okay. And then this thing is the ram? The tube looking thing?
The top one is.
That one is. What is that? The piston?
No, the top one's the piston from the ram. The bottom one is the tie rod. It connects the two rudders together.
Oh.
So whatever one rudder does, the other rudder does.
And then that's the post to the Hooji, what's it, that steers the boat.
I forget what they call it. It's like single acting ram. And it works the same exact way power steering on
Ooh, sturdy
rear-wheel
down
drive
there.
vehicles work.
Ew.
The steering rod controls one steering knuckle on a car, and that steering knuckle controls the other steering knuckle to keep the tires the same. Same thing, it's just rudder instead of tires. And it's a ram instead of a power steering box with a pitman on.
Do you want to keep these pig mats down here?
Yes.
Okay.
I like having pig mats anywhere oil could get. A, it lets us see a leak easier. B, it keeps us from pumping oil out of the bilge without realizing it.
Okay. There's a fuse bar, or not a fuse bar,
That's part of the bonding system.
oh.
A lot of things go up and tie to that, and then that's tied to the bonding bus.
It's very hard to turn it. Is that because of the pressure?
Yeah. Does that make it any easier?
Not really. Do you want it all the way one side or the other?